That same brittle, poisoned laugh she always used right before she said something she thought was funny. "If I ever get the chance," she smirked, swirling her wine, "I'll leave you for Daniel. At least he makes me feel alive." The table went silent. Thanksgiving candles flickered. My stomach didn't drop. No, it tightened, like a fist had slowly clenched inside me. Daniel chuckled, awkward, guilty, avoiding my eyes. My wife leaned back in her chair, smug, impressed with her own cruelty. "A joke," she claimed, "always a joke." And I always pretended to laugh. But that night, I didn't laugh. I only watched. I studied. Later, in our bedroom, she tossed her heels aside, humming like nothing had happened. "Relax," she said, wiping red lipstick from her mouth. "I'm kidding. You're too sensitive." I looked at her, really looked. The phone she clutched like oxygen. The sudden brightness when his name flashed. The way she turned away just slightly. It had been months of this. Dripping poison disguised as humor. And in that moment, I realized something. Sometimes betrayal doesn't arrive shouting. Sometimes it laughs, softly, as if innocence were a weapon. I said nothing. I didn't break. I didn't shout. I simply whispered, calm and steady, "Do it now." She froze. "If you want him so badly," I murmured, "go. Tonight." Her face drained. My voice stayed steady, cold, controlled, finished. She called me dramatic. She rolled her eyes. But for the first time, I wasn't the one being toyed with. A storm had already started inside me, quiet, calculating, unstoppable. And she didn't see it. Infidelity rarely arrives loudly. It seeps, slow, silent, deadly. It starts with changed routines. Late gym nights suddenly added to her schedule. Bathroom breaks with her phone in hand. Laughter at messages she wouldn't explain. "Just memes," she'd say. I pretended not to notice at first. Pretended it was harmless. Pretended she still loved me. But jokes are daggers when they target insecurity. And her jokes always pointed at the same wound. Daniel, my best friend, or so I thought. He always texted her first at parties, always pulled her aside to check on her, always smiled too long, eyes lingering. I replayed conversations. Her sudden interest in dressing differently, her new perfume, her silence in our bed. "Is everything okay?" I had asked once. She smiled, kissed my cheek. "Of course, stop imagining things." Gaslighting, gentle, polite, beautifully packaged. Each doubt she dismissed carved deeper into me until I felt hollow and foolish. But I stayed silent. If she wanted to play games, I would let her think she had already won. My investigation was not impulsive. It was methodical. I started with her phone backups, synced to the cloud she forgot I controlled. Deleted messages are never truly gone. Screenshots, late-night heart emojis, private jokes, private fantasies. They didn't say we cheated, but betrayal is not always physical. Sometimes betrayal is the way eyes wander before hands do. Every day I acted normal. Calm kisses on her forehead, soft smiles across breakfast, the illusion of peace. But inside, I dismantled the lies thread by thread. Restaurant receipts, ride logs, hotel reservation attempt canceled, but attempted. It wasn't complete betrayal yet, not the kind people acknowledge, but emotional treason is still treason. Then came the call. Thanksgiving morning, while she packed for a spa day with friends. My daughter-in-law, shrill, controlling, entitled. "If you want to join Thanksgiving," she barked, "come wash the dishes first." A command, not a request. I pictured her smirking, thinking I was helpless, inferior, disposable. I answered simply, "Enjoy," and I hung up. Then I booked a flight. Switzerland. Snow. Silence. My villa. quiet, untouched, waiting for someone who actually valued presence. I poured wine on a balcony overlooking frozen mountains, took pictures, sent them to the family group chat. 71 missed calls followed, panic ringing in digital form. Funny how people recognize your worth only when they realize they misjudged you. Funny how quickly arrogance turns to desperation. And as they called, begged, demanded explanations, I packed her suitcase, buttoned each shirt, folded each dress. Precision, control. She came home humming again, until she saw the luggage. "You wanted him," I said softly. "Go." Her hands shook. Her phone trembled in her grip. It was just a joke." "No," I said, sliding the printed messages across the table. "It was a rehearsal." Her face cracked open. Fear, guilt, realization. "You spied on me?" she gasped. "No," I whispered. "I watched you reveal yourself." She scanned the messages, eyes widening at every romantic confession she thought she deleted. Not explicit, but intimate. Not physical, yet deeply treacherous. "I didn't cheat," she whispered. "Yes," I replied. "You just wanted to. And you prepared for it." She reached for me, instinct, desperation. I stepped back. "And Daniel?" I asked. The way she flinched was answer enough. I didn't shout, I didn't rage. Silence can be louder than violence. Sometimes the cruelest punishment is truth laid bare without mercy. "I'm not begging you to stay," I told her. "I'm allowing you to leave." I opened the door. The winter wind flooded the entrance, sharp, biting, honest. "You wanted freedom," I murmured. "There it is." She collapsed, tears heavy and dramatic, suddenly emotional now that consequences existed. "You can't throw me out over a joke." "Jokes stop being jokes when they aim to wound," I said. "And you have been rehearsing your escape with another man." I handed her the suitcase. "And I don't hold prisoners." She looked at me like I was a stranger. Maybe I was. She reached again, grasping at what she assumed would always be hers. "Please, I didn't mean—" "You meant every word. Cold, certain, final." Then I turned away, walked upstairs, closed the bedroom door. I did not watch her leave. The sound of the door closing was enough. The world is quiet when illusion dies. I sat in my villa, days later, snow whispering against glass, mountains stretching like silent judges. Alone, not lonely. Freedom isn't loud. It's calm, still, sharp as winter air. She tried calling again, dozens of times. Regret always arrives late, dragging chains of consequence. But I didn't answer. A betrayal doesn't need screaming endings. Some stories end with a door closing and a heart hardening. She laughed at leaving me, so I gave her the opportunity she fantasized about, and walked away before she realized fantasies taste bitter when they become reality. In the end, I didn't lose a wife. I shed a lie. And when lies fall away, truth becomes weapon, shield, and peace. Some people only learn value when they are no longer allowed to touch it. I don't need revenge. I have silence. And silence, delivered at the right moment, destroys more than fury ever could.